What is going on, everybody? It is Tech Geo back at it with another video, and today we're going to be talking about how I went from $0 to 6 figures in tech sales in 1 year. Without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, now as some of y'all know, or some of y'all may not know, I actually was in the military for 3.5 years, which was pretty much my first career path or first career decision that I made earlier on in my life. You know, after a few years in the military, I decided to not re-enlist. Now, I did have a great experience. I learned a lot of life lessons, but I just knew I couldn't see myself staying in for 20 years and then retiring. I knew there was something else I wanted to do, so I decided to get out. As a military veteran, you do have the GI Bill, which is pretty much a government program that allows you to go to school for free. And there was two things that I wanted to do. Number one, I wanted something where I could make good money. At least 6 figures was my goal. Number two, I wanted something where I can work from home. I can work remote. You know, it's 2024 now, or even 2023 when I was starting to look for a job in the tech industry. I just wanted to work from home. I didn't want to go work in the office or commute anywhere. That's something that I found extremely valuable or important in my career search. So I came across the tech industry where both of those things were a possibility. And I started doing a ton of research on YouTube, Reddit, TikTok, Instagram. I was immersed in the tech industry, but I just didn't know what tech job to get into because there's so many. You can be a data analyst, a UI UX designer, a software engineer. You can get into cybersecurity. There's tech sales and then sales engineering. There are so many different tech jobs out there and opportunities that I was overwhelmed, and I didn't really know which decision or which role that I wanted to go in until I came across a video with Anthony O'Neill and Cyrus, and they were talking about sales engineering and tech sales, and that really sparked my interest when I discovered a tech sales bootcamp called Course Careers. And this is ultimately a tech sales bootcamp that I did that allowed me to land a tech sales job in 30 days. If you want to check out that bootcamp, it's going to be the first link in the description down below. And if you use my link, you actually save $50 off. So this is pretty much how my tech sales journey began and how it actually started. And so as mentioned, I broke into tech sales in 30 days. So I took Course Careers. Within 30 days from that, I got and accepted my first offer as an SDR. And the first few months were great. When I first got into tech sales, I was super excited. All the hard work paid off, all the LinkedIn connects, the messages, the Skype calls, the Zoom calls, the phone calls, the interviews, the boot camp, it actually paid off. And I was just like you, like, is tech sales possible? Is it worth it? Can I do it? Like, I was looking at Course Careers YouTube page and I see them interviewing everyone breaking into tech sales. So I took that leap of faith and it worked out. In the first few months at my first company went great, but towards the end, month 4, month 5, month 6, I took a different path and trajectory that I didn't see myself staying at. So I actually put in my 2 weeks, and they told me it doesn't take 2 weeks, you can actually leave tomorrow. I was like, awesome. Then I let them know, like, thank you so much for the opportunity. I just don't see a good fit for me here in the near future or for the further time of my career here. So I left and put in my 2 weeks and called it quits. And I started over from zero again. Now, what I do recommend and what I would tell you guys for advice is when you land a tech sales job as an SDR, I want you to aim for at least 6 months to 12 months before you leave, because if you join a company and 2 months they let you go or 2 months you quit, it's not going to look good on your LinkedIn profile. And then when you go into your future interviews, they're kind of going to ask you about it. If you have a valid reason, awesome, but for your career and your future opportunities, strive for at least 6 months and 12 months. I'm going to be honest, I wanted to leave before the 6 months of experience, but I decided to stick it out just so for my next opportunity I have some kind of proof of stability or performance within that company that I was at. However, I had to start everything from ground zero, but since I had good connections and I performed well at my first company, I made a connection with someone who I was working with, and I was able to leverage that connection into my next SDR role to the other company that I was at, and I did that within 30 days. So what I would recommend to you is make connections with everyone you work with or even on LinkedIn, because there's so much opportunity out there and you're only one connection away from 1, landing your first role, or 2, landing your next role. All right, now I landed that SDR role at my second tech company. Within 3 months. Within 3 months, I moved from an SDR to an account executive. Now, my path is probably not typical, but to land an account executive role within 12 months is amazing progress. Now, it's very doable. Most companies, it's going to be either 18 months or 24 months. Some have it 12, but I've seen most at the 18-month mark, a little bit over a year when you have that discussion and moving into that role. But since I had a previous connection and I did, performed well, opportunity struck while it was hot, and by miracle, by timing, by luck, there was an availability and I was able to move in that position, which I'm extremely fortunate to be in, I should say. And that's my whole path from start to finish, from 0 to 6 figures in tech sales. A tech sales professional, as someone who didn't know what career to choose a year ago, to someone who is here now as an account executive. It's been a major journey, and it is very possible. If it's something you're looking to do, you can do it. I'm no different than you watching this video. I was someone who came across a YouTube video with Anthony O'Neill and Cyrus, and I came across a tech sales bootcamp called Course Career. I purchased the course, devoted my time, my effort, my energy, landed the role, and now I'm in an AE role with the potential to make 6 figures as an account executive. So that's my path, that's my journey from start to finish on from 0 to 6 figures. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're looking to break into tech sales, the number one way to break into tech sales and the way I did it was a bootcamp called Course Careers. Now Course Careers is a tech sales bootcamp that is self-paced. So if you're working full-time, you could do it part-time. If you're not working at all, you can do it full-time. If you click the first link in my description, you actually save $50 off the bootcamp, and it helps support the channel. I always get jazzed up and hyped when you guys reach out to me on LinkedIn or Instagram at TechGeo. If you guys want to follow or connect, I always love connecting with you guys and giving you advice. Without further ado, I'll see y'all on the next video. Peace.